Hey everybody, Superfluous Jay here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and we're out here with our ore scanning orbiter, and we are going to Minmus. Now we've got a maneuver node here in about a day, and then the other relay has another maneuver node in another day. So let's time warp to this, get a little, just miss the moon encounter there, the moon, whatever you call it, eclipse. And get a burn done. Let's see, we want to make sure we actually get this burn done well, so that we match this as good as possible. It's only a 0.2 meters per second, so shouldn't be that difficult to do. It doesn't matter what time we do it, so I'm going to do it right now. And we're just tapping it. Trusting past us, but verifying. This is where they cross according to this. And then if you put a maneuver node, then you can kind of see where you're off. So we are still off. See, if I put it there, if I look from the top and then move it a little bit, that's actually pretty good. And it looks like it crosses everywhere. So I think we're happy with that. So we're going to burn this guy into orbit. Oops. And then also fix his tilt. This is one of those things you have to do iteratively because fixing one changes the other. And having the maneuver node in the way is annoying. So let's go ahead and, let's see, bring this back and then a little bit of prograde. Okay. Now we have that. Now we have to change the radial. And then a little bit of retrograde. And check this again. A little bit more retrograde. And that'll probably do it. And ideally that'll also... No, actually the normal's completely wrong now. We want to go about half prograde, half radial. That might be it. Yeah, that's probably super close. And if it's not super close, if it's not actually nailed it, it's going to be super close. So let's go ahead and add a maneuver node because that's going to actually happen later. We'll do a sphere of influence alarm, and also a maneuver node alarm. Because we basically, we're gonna be getting a lot of science from Minmus. We're not gonna be getting a lot of money from Minmus. We're gonna have to go interplanetary, and so I set up maneuver nodes using the built-in Kerbal Alarm Clock, not maneuver nodes. I'm sorry, transfer windows using the built-in Kerbal Alarm Clock transfer window planner. When we get closer to these, which Moho is in 23 days, we're going to actually make planning nodes on the Kerbin National Space Station. That might happen this episode, might not. Depends on how long all the rest of these shenanigans end up taking. Let's go ahead and aim ourselves at this thing. 211.5 meters per second is what's left in this. It's really sad that we have all this fuel left, but you know what? Maybe we'll end up sending this thing to the next place we need to scan for ore. I don't know. Let's see. Let's make sure our solar panel's in the sun, and then jump to the basic relay. This guy's little. He's simple. His maneuver node's in a day, so let's time warp to it. Just like before, we want to be focused on Minmus. And yeah, all we need to do is burn south a little bit. So this is going to be pretty simple. I'm getting these guys into orbit around here before we do the rest of the mission for two reasons. One, it'll just give us more radio coverage, relay coverage, and two, I'm trying to waste time until the Moho window. So, it's the only thing we're going to be doing until the Moho window is this. So we might as well take our time and do it right. So there's that, and that's pretty darn good. So let's go ahead and add our periapsis here, which should also be our encounter. Let's slow way down. And looks like also a little bit of radial here. Never hurt anybody. Well, too much radial did hurt. Oh, we gotta fix our tilt too. Oops, wrong way. There you go. Tilt, radial, and amount. Looks like maybe our radial wasn't wrong at all. It was just our tilt. There, that should do it. So let's go ahead and add a sphere of influence for you, and a maneuver node for you, and the next thing to happen is your sphere of influence, so let's go ahead and go to it. Okay, the next thing is the ore relay sphere of influence, so we're going to switch to him. I know that they've fixed it, but I just don't trust it, and I don't think I ever will. Let's go ahead and warp to here. And then these burns are about 40 minutes apart, so we're not going to have any problem making sure we get both of them, which is always nice. I always prefer not having problems. Now this guy, we need to jump to him. You can delete the node and aim at it. Make sure our solar panels are in the sun. Always do that step. And then let's time warp to it. Okay, now this one does matter that it be fairly exact, so let's time warp all the way down to it and then go. Okay, and I see it. We're in the designated orbit. We just need to maintain stability for 10 seconds. And that should pay for the rocket. The rocket's not paid for. The rest of this is gravy. Let's go ahead and jump to the ore relay scanner. He's already aimed at his maneuver node, but let's actually lock him onto it. Solar panel in the sun, that's nice. Let's delete this. Warp to him. We got more Mystery Goose Science. I think we may have gotten a contract as well. Although we might only be at 40%. Only be at 40%. Let's see. We are coming in south over Minmus, which not a big deal. Directly over the South Pole, it looks like. This is an 8-second burn. Hopefully it will be, it will get us our maneuver here. Let's see. Yeah, it's this guy right here. And there we go. We got our check mark, so that's fine. And stability maintained. Let's go ahead and deploy our scanner. Let's perform orbital survey. Let's be on a stable polar orbit between 25 and 300. Okay, so we need this to be lower. And I have no problem changing it now that we've got the contract. Most of the time I don't like to do that kind of thing, but for this one I'm going to be okay with it because we're not changing it to complete another satellite contract. We're changing it for us. So this is 5 hours away. Let's go ahead and warp to it. Should still have our solar panel in the sun. We do. Still have 580 some meters per second, which is kind of amazing. Keep that solar panel in the sun. Okay, now we're just gonna watch this here and make sure this gets below 300. There we go. Now we can do our, whatever it's called, perform all science. No, perform orbital survey. Uploading and done. How much battery did that use? That used a tiny, tiny bit of our battery. And we now have an orbital survey of Minmus, which is nice. Very, very nice. And I just remembered now that I wanted to bring up the things for the for the lander, the exact measurement things, and I didn't. Not that that's a big deal. It's just something that I half expected to want and forgot about with all the rigmarole with the rover that didn't work. Okay, there's a TMA 8 is right here. We've got good ore. Let's see. This is our space station, which is weird that it's switched. Let's just switch to it. We don't care about that satellite anymore. Yeah, so we are in orbit like this, and it's a bit tilted and a bit odd, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's going to make ore transport a little bit harder. I'm thinking here is a good spot. Here's a good spot. I basically want a nice equatorial, rich area, and it's looking like this is probably the right place. So that won't matter as far as that's concerned. We're going to go down and get TMA 8 and then come back up. So we're totally set to go. There's no reason to stay. We don't have anything we want to bring down with us. No. I don't see anything. We can't move these, which are annoying. Oh, you know what I want to do? Is this a repair pack? This is an EVA experiment kit. I wanted to do this because apparently if you do an EVA thing in space, it's different than if you do it in not space. So let's go ahead and try this out just so we can say we did it. Go ahead and put this in your backpack. And then you don't want to do an EVA report. You want to perform EVA science. So let's see what this does here. Perform EVA science. You took off a screw. You're spinning it in zero gravity. Very cute. Very, very cute. What did that give us? Review stored data. It gave us nothing. Let's keep it. That's a thing. Okay, goodbye. It's not even an object. Okay, so you go ahead and get into here. My cat wants out of the room, so as soon as we get you on the thing, I am going to, there we go, grab and board. And I'll be back in a second. Okay, now we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and undock. Let's switch to the correct, I said the correct ship. Let's turn your computer on. Aim you retrograde. In orbit, I guess. That can't be right. Let's go ahead and control from here. Someday. And that looks better. Okay. That thing is still spinning in space. That's hilarious. Okay, we need to do a bit of a plane change and come into contact with this thing. Plane change seems like right here is a reasonable time to do it. Also, back up. Come down a bit and forward a bit. Okay, and then let's turn on trajectories, make sure everything looks fine. I'm not using Kerbal alarm clock right now, so I'm going to clear up some space. Okay, obviously we need to go forward a bit. And north a bit. And that should be fine. That should be fine. We can't aim at the maneuver node. That's one thing that would be nice to do would be to bring up a ship with a probe core that can aim at the maneuver node. Sadly, you can't. We can't update these things remotely. We can't upload a new firmware to it. I could probably cheat that into the game, but that's cheating. So let's go ahead and actually aim at the maneuver node like an animal would. And warp to it. Oh, that's funny. I can't move the trajectories window any further this way, for some unknown reason. Oh, look at how glistening the thing is there. Let's go ahead and aim that. Okay, we are happy with our trajectory. We have 48 seconds before it, though. Should also do the requisite check and make sure we're not going to crash into the space station. I don't even see it, so I'm going to guess that we're fine. Oh, there it is. It's way back there. Okay, that's fine. And let's go. Okay, and I don't care about the actual landing marker other than the fact that I want it on the other side of it right now. So let's go ahead and okay that. And then right around here, maybe a little bit farther, we'll make a maneuver to stop. Maybe a lot farther. And that should be pretty darn good. We can fudge it from there. So let's aim at that. Solar panels in the sun. Let's time warp it. And we can turn off trajectories now too. We want to be in surface mode. Okay, that's better. Get our landing gear down. We should see this thing pretty soon. When we get landed, I'm going to check. I'm going to go back to mission control and check. We do have a plant a flag contract, but I'll check and see if we have any other contracts. Now, what I don't know is where my actual landing marker is. It's way past. So let's go ahead and start slowing down here. Ideally, we'll see our landing marker working its way across. I can see it right there. Basically, want to keep slowing down, but I don't want to pull our landing marker to this side of the monument. Gonna slow them down 10 meters per second at a time. Also, gotta watch our estimated burn and our impact time. That's looking pretty good. This is gonna be one of my better landings and good practice for when we have our actual Minmus base here. I think with a 7-second burn left, we can just wait until we're right at it and then hit the old stop button here. At it being the monument itself. And that's a pretty good, and I might add perhaps photogenic landing area. 3-second burn, so when we get to 2 seconds, I'll hit the gas. Don't need the landing marker anymore. There we go. We are landed. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna rotate it a little bit this way. Let's lift the gear so that we can actually rotate, and then gears again, which is gonna of course throw us into the air because Minmus. But then yeah, then we'll be fine as far as that's concerned. So let's do this. Let's hit F2 and take our screenshot. Okay. This isn't all fun and games, just partially. Crewy, you need to get out of your seat. Remove helmet. No. Leave your seat. There you go. And then boom. We got the thing. I forgot to read it. Sorry. Doesn't actually say that much. It's like, I can't believe these things are at Minmus. It's sending a signal to Jewel or whatever. I don't know. Pause the video if you really want to know what it says. It's not my job. So let's go ahead and plant our flag. Let it fall down. At least I assume it'll fall down. Oh, it didn't. Well, let's keep it then. Minmus Monolith. Wow. Okay, and then we are going to let's clear out all these. I find these annoying, and then let's go back to the Space Center and see if we got any more contracts that we can pick up to nail some quick cash money. And then we'll probably bail on this episode. Or the next episode, I'll start planning my my Duda ship here. So let's check mission control out. Anomaly surveyor, nothing. We have nothing we can do. Bases, scout Minmus for a suitable location to build a base. We need to... Scans of Minmus are inconclusive. We need you to scout for a suitable place on the surface. I don't even know what that means. I guess land a rover and keep it on the moon for 2 hours? I guess. I mean, sure, why not? I mean, that's what we're doing, so it would be dumb to not take that contract. Exploration, start exploring the sun. I'm actually going to take this now because we're going to be sending something out into sun orbit. Biome study, I'm not doing these biome studies anymore. I've already done that. Not doing any more of that. Plant a flag on the moon. We're not going back to moon. So, attach a new part to a satellite. No, not going to happen. Test a part. Nah. Satellites. I don't think we need any more satellites around Minmus. I think we're fine. They're good money. I mean, $100,000, but they're not the kind of money that's going to get us 3 million. I mean, they will. You just need to do 30 of them. So, nothing here. Vessel repair. Repair a satellite in orbit of Kerbin. Not going to happen. Okay. I mean, it actually wouldn't be that hard. And it might be kind of fun, but I'm not going to do it. I'm waiting for one at Minmus. So there's that. So we have nothing else to do as far as that's concerned. I should probably look at my active contracts. Yeah, surface deployed mystery goo from Moon. Scout Minmus for a suitable location to build a base. Now I wonder if I just rename the vessel that's there to a rover, if it'll just work. That would be funny, and I might just do that. Surface mystery goo, yeah, we're almost there, and start exploring the sun is the next thing to go. So let's head back to Minmus and see if we can cheese this contract here, and then we'll go. Let's just go to the Minmus Monolith. And then get back into Crewy Kerman. I'm sorry, yeah, Crewy. Crewy's the scientist. Where did your ship go? Oh, that's right. I'm used to you being really far away from the from the place that you want to be, and you're not this time. Okay. Let's see. The seat is right here, so I just need to get close enough to it that you can board it. There we go. Now, if I rename this vessel, let's configure vessel naming. Let's just make him a rover and see what happens. We are surveying this area. We need to survey it for 2 minutes. Can we do that in time warp? Yes, we can. That is hilarious. And we have scouted a Minmus base. This will do. But we're not going to put a base here. So I hope this doesn't end up being a spot to to do that. What we want to do now is, we're going to do multiple things, but the first of those is get these guys back up to the station. So let's go ahead and set that as our target. Let's launch just to the east, I think is totally fine. Make sure we're good, yeah. Yeah, we can go right at the horizon and not die. We're just gonna burn to the east until at least our apoapsis gets, or our orbit, I should say, gets where this descending node is. The descending node, what I'm trying to say is wait until the descending node gets to, I hit the totally wrong button, but that's fine. We're actually looking pretty good, to be honest, to the point where I want to, yeah, we're still going to be behind him. So I think this is fine then. So with this descending node, we're going to add a maneuver to do this. Slow down a little bit. Make our descending node as close to 0 as possible. And then if we were to just speed up, that's actually pretty darn close. But I think we're gonna burn that into, we'll do that into 2 maneuvers. I should do this down here. Somewhere, this should, yeah, so that's bad, so let's go this way. There's 0. Okay. And then we'll get you into an orbit. Your periapsis here is only 4, so we are going to have to burn up a little bit. Or at least maybe radial. Let's go ahead and radial it a little bit. Just to bring your periapsis up a little bit higher here. And then now your descending node is all garbage, so let's make this. There we go. So periapsis of 10, apoapsis of 14, just behind the space station, so we should be good. Let's go ahead and aim at that. And sorry about that, warp to it. And there we go. Let's go ahead and close that. We should be pretty close. Decided to go to 0.2, so I'm going to just tap this until it flips around. And now we need to know how much do we need to burn to meet. And that's basically, yeah, right about here. I'm going to move it forward in time a little bit. 3.2 kilometers. It's actually going worse. If I slow down just a little bit. 4.8, 4.8. Yeah, we want to do it earlier rather than later. Oh wait, I made this smaller. I want to make it bigger. Huh. Yeah, the sooner we do it, the better. So let's go ahead and get prograde. And we're just going to do this now. Okay, 2.0 kilometers and 1.0 kilometers. 0.9. It looks like we're going to be doing this one. 3.1. I think that's perfect. Okay, warp to here. I have no idea where our solar panels are. Assuming we have any. Oh, there we have one, and it's here. Okay. Okay, we're going to be 0.1 kilometers away from our target in 3.5 minutes. So... watching this here to see if it... nope, it didn't change. So see if I can fix it on here. Possibly not. Yeah, let's not bother trying. Let's see how it wanders here. Let's go down to 2 minutes. It's not really wandering all that much, but I mean I can see where we're passing it on. So I think we can do this. Oop. Okay, that should be good. Good enough for us, at least. It's a 1 second burn, so it doesn't really matter how close we get. And this is what we're going to aim at. Control from here. Let's see. Get into locked mode. That should be fine. Totally fine. Easy and peasy. There we go. Let's aim at our target now, which should be this way, I guess. Aiming at the marker, which is provided by the navball marker, directional marker, whatever it's called, mod. Let's see, we do have forward, so let's go ahead and use it until we see our prograde marker, then get it up over here. And that should do it. Not in any hurry, but... well, they're not in any hurry, but I am. I don't want this to take forever. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I moved my aim instead of my RCS aim. And that should get us docked very easily. Turn the computer off, do a little bit of roly-poly, and get docked. Nice. Now, we don't have a science returner on this ship. So I think what we're going to do is we need a restock mission to this guy. We need to bring up an actual landing prospector and which has a surface scanner on it. We also need to bring up the survey scanner up here. And then we also need, I don't remember what else we needed. We could use a solar panel on this guy. He doesn't have any extendable solar panels, and I'd kind of like one, or at least have a couple more solar panels. Not that it really matters, because we're not really using him all that much anymore. But we also need... I honestly do not remember what it was we needed, but we needed something. So we're going to do that, but we're also going to plan the Minmus mission next time, but that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. If you did like it, please like it on YouTube. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. I am Superfluous J, and I will, as always, talk at you later.